Hey girl, can you hear me? I cannot hear you. Trenis, can you hear me?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Can you,
Hi.
can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
How are you?
I'm good.
Good. It's good. How you making out with the challenge?
Good.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I think I just need to drink a little bit more water.
Gotcha. And what's
Yeah.
making you think that?
Well, because I've been having some urges.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So like
And
sweets or salt or
sweets. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Um, I mean, I've been doing good on the one carb
Mm-hmm.
today,
Mm-hmm.
the one carb on Monday,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't eat anything yesterday because
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have those effects. So
Yeah. It's okay. It's almost over. It's almost over.
yeah, yeah.
It's almost over.
I've been tempted to put a straw in my water though.
There you go.
Huh?
If you want to put a straw in your water, definitely go for it.
Well, I thought we couldn't do that.
A straw in your water?
Yeah, I'm talking about the flavored straw.
Or go ahead. If you need to, yeah, definitely go for that. That's
Oh,
that's
okay.
minor. That's minor. Yeah, because
Oh,
I
okay.
have some other little tips on here. Let me add that to the list.
Okay.
Um,
Okay. Because I have some I found some straws that help with hydration,
mm-hmm,
not just your flavored,
mm-hmm.
but it's good for maintaining your hydration. So
Yeah,
okay, well,
yeah, definitely go for that. So that was why I wanted to have this call to give y'all some little tidbits that could help y'all to get over the hump.
okay,
But I wanted y'all
okay.
to go through the first cycle to
Mm-hmm.
actually listen to your body and feel it out, and say,
Mm-hmm.
this doesn't feel right, or I need this, or I'm missing this. So, things like that. Hey, Bev. So that was the purpose of having the call today
Okay,
after everyone went through a complete cycle and actually found things out. Um,
okay.
a lot of you have already done something like this, similar to this, where you're
Mm-hmm.
carb cycling or going without carbs, but a lot of other ladies have never experienced that. So that
Okay.
was the purpose of having the call today. And
Mm-hmm.
then going over, I have a little list of stuff that can help y'all to get over the hump when you have your next 2 days of no carbs, because I
Okay.
don't think the carb day is the problem. Because I think
No.
once you feed that beast, once you have that sugar, or because it doesn't matter if it's not sugar, but it's a carb, so it will turn to sugar. But those
Right.
starchy carbs are different. They hit the body different. They fuel the
Mm-hmm.
body, first of all,
Mm-hmm.
whether they're the bad carbs or the good carbs. They're
Mm-hmm.
actually fueling your body and giving you energy. So,
Mm-hmm.
when you're not having it, you're feeling it a little less, might be a little lethargic, might be a
Mm-hmm.
little less energy.
Mm-hmm.
Brain function isn't all the way on, especially if you were a heavy consumer of carbs, like
Mm-hmm.
some people like have carbs every meal. Like they'll have, you
Right.
know, grits or something for breakfast, and then they'll have a sandwich for lunch, and then they'll have rice for dinner. So they're constantly feeding their body all those carbs. And so, like I said in the email, once you're not eating all of those carbs, it was like going through withdrawal for some people.
Right.
I know on Tuesday and Wednesday, their bodies
Right.
were
Right.
definitely going into it's like any other type of sugar. If you've ever given up sugar for any
Mm-hmm.
amount of time, a couple of days in, you might have a headache, might feel a
Mm-hmm.
little lightheaded, not sure what's going on. But
Mm-hmm.
we know from doing these things often enough that it's just the body missing those cravings or missing
Right.
although they're bad things, you know,
Yeah.
the body still craves them. And so when they're not there, the body misses it. So your body is going through transition. So that's you know, that definitely happens. So tonight, hey Pearl, I just wanted to you know, check in with you ladies, give you some tips that can help you to get through your next 2 days of no carbs, and also give some other information, like ladies have texted me to ask if they could have certain things, and so this might help somebody else out. So somebody asked me if they could have salad dressing. I said yes. Doesn't matter what type it is. It doesn't, you know, because she thought that she could not have salad dressing. Because remember now, the whole thing is that we're trying to cut down on the carbs. So having salad dressing is not going to hurt you. I'm sure a lot of you do not fix your salads where it's salad dressing where you're adding just a little bit of lettuce. I'm sure you have the right amount of salad dressing. So go for it. Go for your salad dressing. Don't deprive yourself of salad dressing, because it's not going to do as much damage to you as eating carbs 3 times a day. Okay. So that's a yes. And then someone also asked me if they could have some popcorn. And yes, you can have plain. Go for some plain popcorn. You know, treat yourself. Go for some plain popcorn. Don't get the butter. Don't get the
other flavors.
Butter flavor. Don't get the salt flavor. Don't get none of that. Just, and it would be the best popcorn to have, which y'all probably don't have time for this, would be the old fashioned stove. If you could pop them yourself, that would be the best ones, because the ones in the bag, although they don't have salt on the package, they say plain, but you know, they have to have something to preserve that popcorn to have that shelf life. So if you're trying to go more natural, the old school on the stove would be the best way, but we're not going to get that technical. And if you need to just grab that bag of popcorn to help you, definitely go for the one that does not have nothing on it. Now, with that being said, for those days when it gets really hard, and I know it gets hard on that second day of those no carbs, I hope it's not to the point where you're definitely having the shakes or anything like that, but definitely, as I said in the email, grab a carb. A popcorn, a plain popcorn would be a good thing. You know, if you don't have any bread around, you're not a bread eater, you don't have any bread in the house, you don't have any rice prepared that you can eat right now, grab some plain popcorn or some plain crackers and eat that to just satiate you, so you can have some type of energy and not try to just say, okay, well, I'm just going to just deprive myself, although I'm feeling bad, I'm gonna just go to sleep. No, because you're probably going to get up in the middle of the night, and whatever was there is still going to be there. That, because what's there is your blood sugar level has dropped. So we don't want to keep that all the way down. We want to raise it back up, you know, so that you can function properly. So definitely grab a carb. Okay. And if you don't have any of those in the house, you have something that you can eat, a potato, even if it's just a little bit of a potato. And because remember, we're talking about grabbing that carb on the non-carb days, but it doesn't work for everybody. Some people I know are not making it through those 2 full days without carbs. This is another little trick. On your days when you're not having carbs and you're feeling a little low on energy, throw some croutons in your salad. Because remember, croutons are what? Bread. Most croutons are made out of bread. So throw some croutons on that salad. If that's your second day and it's like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to make it. If you throw some croutons on that salad, watch how much of a big difference that makes with your sugar level. Okay. So throw some croutons on there. Also, another little trick, if you're having a hard time on those days when you're only supposed to be having carbs. So like I was with one of the ladies this week on Monday, and they were having beans, and she's like, I guess I'll just go in here and eat my beans with no rice. If you're having a hard day and you're having beans, get 1 spoon, 1 table, and we know a tablespoon, I don't have one right here because I'm not in the kitchen. Grab 1 tablespoon of rice and
Mhm.
put it with your beans. Only a
But
table.
if you
Mhm.
but if you wanted to eat beans without the rice, it's not one of those that you have underlined, but we can have it.
That's
Like if I
on,
wanted,
no, these suggestions I'm giving you are only if your sugar level has fallen real
oh,
low.
okay.
If you find you look, don't look at me like that, Dr. G. You fine because you're used to doing it. No, I'm giving this to the ladies that have never done this type of
Okay.
eating. They've never
Mhm.
gone without carbs for 2 consecutive days at a time.
Okay.
That's
Mhm.
some tricks that I'm giving them to get through day
Okay.
2. They'll make it through day 1. Most people, 99.9% of the people, they'll make it through day 1, but halfway through day 2, that's when they start to feel it. Their sugar level, going down real low. So that's why I'm just giving you things that can help you and not totally knock you off the eating plan that you're on.
Okay.
Okay, so just a spoonful of rice with some with your beans, some croutons, add some croutons to your salad, or grab some plain popcorn. Also, when I put in the email about sip on some green tea, it definitely helps you too. This is the tea I was talking about, this Lipton tea that they sell at the store. I love this stuff. And it's the diet green
Mhm.
citrus tea, not all the peach and all those other flavors that they have. We're not talking about that. Only the green tea. All right. That's the only one that we're talking about. That's the one that you can sip on, put it over ice or however you like to drink it. But you know what I also do, ladies? If I'm having a hard time getting all of my water in, I also will cut this with my water. Like I might have a 16-ounce bottle of water. So I might can only get in like about 4 ounces of that water. I'll take some of this green tea,
Mhm.
diet green tea, and I pour it in the water. And that's the
Mhm.
flavor of the water so I can get the water down because every day is not a easy water day for me. And I'm sure for you guys too, you can't always get the water down. So I definitely find that if I put this in my water, it helps helps me to be able to get my water in. And I figured that this is better than not drinking the water because this will
Right.
make me drink
Right.
the water because it
Mhm.
has a little flavor. So Dr. G was just saying about, she was asking me about some straws that she uses. And Dr. G, what type of straws are those?
Um, mm, they are, it's designed to keep you hydrated, especially if you're working out or if working around the house and out, especially if you're outside. It's designed to help you stay hydrated. While you're on here talking, I'm gonna run and see can I get one.
Okay.
Okay.
So she was asking if she can have that. And ladies, with it being record heat going on everywhere in the United States these days, if that's going to help you to stay hydrated, go for it. Or I know that, I've had clients ask about those little packets that you buy that you flavor your water with. Whatever is going to get you to take in that water, go for it.
Okay.
I'm not worried
Okay.
about that. That's not going to hurt you on the program that you're on right now because this is based on carb intake, so that's not going to hurt you. But if that helps you to get your water down, go for it. Do not limit yourself on your water intake. I mean, we already are short on our hydration. A lot of us don't drink as much water as we should, but if there's something that can help you to get down as much water as you can, because some people do have medical issues and it can't consume a lot of water. So take whatever you can. Don't negate anything that's going to help you to drink it. You already got my blessing that you can drink anything that's going to help you to get that water in. Okay. So those are the things that I had. Um I wanted to ask you all, is anybody got it, Dr. G?
Yeah.
Okay,
Can you see it?
I see it. So,
It's
oh,
peak
peak.
H.
Okay, peak
Yeah, peak.
H2O.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, like adding like a Gatorade or something. Yeah,
Yeah. It
especially
says
if now if
hydrate.
you working out, you definitely need, that's probably more adding electrolytes to your water.
Right.
And if you're
Right.
working out as hot as it is right now, you can definitely have that, because I do
Okay.
have my Powerade in the morning because we're outside and it's the humidity is so bad, and just plain water is just not enough, because I'm losing so much sweat, and you're losing so
Right.
much sweat, you definitely have to replenish the body with that. So go for that, Gatorade,
Mhm.
Powerade, but those things, even if you're not on any type of training program, I learned from a coach years ago, when you're doing those type of things, those electrolytes, you definitely need to have water. Even if you just buy the Powerade out the store or the Gatorade,
Right.
just use
Right.
half of that out that bottle and cut the
Right.
other half with water.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So does anyone else have anything that they want to ask about how they're feeling on the program, or anything that they could eat, or just any question? We only have a few days left. All you have is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. All you got is 3 days. You're almost there.
Mhm.
We're on the other side of the mountain now.
I
Any
do.
questions?
Yeah. Good evening, everybody. Uh,
Okay, Miss Pearl.
I am, the headaches are about to wipe me out.
Okay.
And oh, today is a carb day.
Mm-hmm.
So is sweet potato considered um I guess the good carb, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. And I know what my problem is. It's just
Mm-hmm.
the withdrawals. I mean,
That's what it
the
is.
headaches are
Mm-hmm.
coming from the withdrawals.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, wow, this is real interesting. I tell you. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
definitely,
definitely.
Pearl, you probably need to just go in and have a carb a day. Because if it's taking its toll on your body like that, with the headaches,
Mhm.
you're going through some serious withdrawals, and we definitely don't want you to be suffering.
Well,
Um,
I did the sweet potatoes,
mhm,
with the one meal this morning. And
okay.
so
Hmm.
I didn't, I haven't had any other, which is, you know, this is this is a challenge that I really need.
Hmm.
Because you know how I struggle. Oh
Uh-huh.
my God, with those crackers and those chips.
Yes, you and those
And
crackers and those chips. Yes.
and I was in the store today and I was, getting more vegetables
Hmm.
and I was getting me some fruit. And I thought, oh my Jesus, do not go down that potato chip aisle. Because if you go down that aisle, you go grab a bag. And I saw somebody that I knew that was
Hmm.
near the aisle, and they trying to talk, and I guess she kind of thought I was crazy because I was just like jetting in
Uh-huh.
the other direction because it's like if I go down the aisle, I
Hmm.
know I'm gonna pick up a bag. It's just like, oh my God. But I was so proud of myself. I bought
I'm proud of you
nothing but
too.
stuff that I could have. I
Hmm.
had my salmon, my broccoli, my squash,
Hmm.
and a cantaloupe.
Hmm.
Um, and was looking for some shredded lettuce that wasn't
Hmm.
iceberg, and I found
Hmm.
some, which I was shocked at Kroger. Because I get lazy and I don't want to chop up
Oh
the
yeah.
lettuce,
Hmm.
and so I found some bags of that, and but yeah, it's just like wow,
Yeah.
yeah, them headaches. Oh
Yeah.
Jesus.
So sounds like you were heavily carved up, Pearl, because your body's
Oh
really
yeah, I
going
am.
through it.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's like I said, I'm
Yeah.
about to check myself into AA because I just like it's like, boy,
Uh-huh.
I need some help. And it's really weird because
Hmm.
if I mean, it's almost like once you eat it, then
Hmm.
you crave more of it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Especially the
you crave,
process. The
yeah,
process
the
is what you
processed
crave.
carbs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Once you eat it, then you crave more
Hmm.
of it.
Because
And
I've
I
never heard
thought,
nobody say I crave a sweet potato.
you say you
It's like,
crave a sweet
girl, I had
potato.
a sweet potato and I just was craving it. I just went back and did another one and another, a corn on the cob and another one and another one. And no, we don't.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's just like really weird. Or you craving some lettuce and
It's
yeah,
intentional. It is intentional in the food industry. It's
I know.
intentional
Yeah,
that they do
yeah.
that. That's how they keep the money flowing and keep the money. That's why the snack aisle is so big and so
Hmm.
various because they know we coming for it. That's definitely
Right.
intentional. But is anybody actually feeling the difference in their waistline?
Well,
Yeah,
I don't think really felt I haven't, not in the
Yes,
waist
I
size.
have.
You have?
yeah,
Okay.
a few inches.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's more of the feeling, like you feel different right there. It's like you feel a little tighter. It just feels different, like it's less full or less bloated. It should be less bloated and less
Mhm.
of a full, like overly full feeling. So you
Right.
definitely should be feeling that, because you're going to, if I would suggest, because the last day is a carb day, I would suggest that you do your measurements at the end of the day on Saturday, because
Okay.
Friday and Saturday are no carb days. So I would
Mhm.
suggest that you do your belly measurements again in the same
Mhm.
spot, that you do that Sunday night, because of course, I mean Saturday night, because of course
Mhm.
Sunday is going to be your carb day, and so
Mhm.
it'll have a tendency to bloat you out a little bit, depending on what type of carb you have. So that might bloat your belly out a little bit. So I would suggest doing your last measurement on Saturday.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
But y'all should definitely be feeling it. It's like you might not know exactly what it is, but this
Mhm.
gives you a chance to be in tune with your body and feel what your body needs. Feel what the way your body feels when it eats certain things and it's when it's without certain things. So I want you to really get the lesson on how carbs treat your body. Because, like, for me, carbs are not my friend. A lot of carbs are not my friend. I start to get the jelly belly when I eat. If I eat carbs like more than 2 times a day, oh
Mhm.
yeah, I'm gonna start. I'll go to pinch my waist or something like that, and it's like jello-y. It's like moves a lot. It has a lot of fluid. Carbs carry fluid with it, so a lot of that
Mhm.
comes in and it just sits right there. So I have to be
Mhm.
very strategic with eating carbs. I mean, because we need them, because we need the fuel, we need the energy to help us to move throughout the day, to do things, to get things done, to even think clearly. We definitely need
Mhm.
them, but
Mhm.
we have to learn how not to overeat them, and especially not to overeat the bad carbs.
Mhm.
That's what the whole purpose of is, not learning how not to overeat bad carbs. Every now and then you're gonna have your day where you're gonna have 2 slices of pizza, or you're out vacationing. Even on vacation, you're gonna have to watch it on vacation, because once your body gets back into that pattern of 3 carbs a day for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days a week, you're back going downhill. So
Mhm.
be very aware of how you eat your carbs. And even if you just want to get a little taste and say, I'm not going to eat the rest of that because I'm going out tonight, I'll save my carbs for that. You're going to have to learn what works best for your body. Not saying that you can't treat your body, not saying that you can't have some of your favorite snacks every now and then, but be strategic about how much of this that you're eating and
Mhm.
how often you're eating it. So the quantity, and then if you're doing it every day.
Mhm.
Like, I have one lady that she knows her thing is sugar. She loves sugar. So she's decided to save her desserts for weekends. Like, she can go Monday through Friday without any, you know, cookies or candy or anything like that. It's just the sugary, not the snacks, not the salty. So she'll
Mhm.
save it for the weekend. And that has worked wonders for her. She'll be like, oh, I know I could have, I bought that. I got a piece of pie or a piece of cake. I'll have that Saturday or Sunday. And so that's
Mhm.
what she's relegated herself to. So that's what I want you guys to think about this while you're doing this challenge, while you're listening to your body, while you're realizing how your body feels for certain things. Definitely see what is best for your lifestyle, what's going to work for you.
Question. So
Mm-hmm.
this is basically carb cycling, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, would you recommend if you wanted to continue to do it? Because
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of looking at it as a way for me to be weaned off of the bad carbs,
Mm-hmm.
that you can continue to do it.
Yes.
And
Mm-hmm.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Even if you wanted to shorten it and like to try to wean yourself off of it, you might do 1 and 1. You might want to
Mhm.
do it like that, That's okay, Barbara, that's fine. You might want to do 1 and 1. One day I'm not going to have no carbs. The next day I'll just have one. One day I'm not going to have none. The next day I'll just have, so that can help you with the weaning process. Especially since you're suffering with headaches because
Mhm.
your carb intake has dropped so drastically.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, her body's
Well, I
craving
mean, I'm
sugar.
I'm fighting through them. I
Mm-hmm.
was trying to see if I was gonna take some
Mm-hmm.
Tylenol, but it hadn't got that bad because it was
Mm-hmm.
just like crazy. I'm like, I don't have headaches,
Mm-hmm.
and I said, why do I have these headaches? And then I got to thinking, oh, you going
Mm-hmm.
through these withdrawals
Yep.
is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, and I'm just like, wow,
Mm-hmm.
this is amazing. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
real interesting. I tell
Very.
you, yeah.
Yep. So
So
somebody put something in the chat. She was saying that she's really craving sweets. So yeah, I know how that feels when you're a sugar eater and you really craving sweets. Only thing I can tell you is get you some sweet watermelon. Some sweet watermelon. Try to get that urge with a sweet fruit like pineapple, watermelon. Like I said, watermelon is so good right now and it's so sweet right now. And that's packed with water. So you're kind of doing a 2 for 1 if you get some watermelon. But if you could just hang in there a couple of more days because sugar does a lot of damage to our body also. So that's why I wanted you guys to definitely leave the sugar alone this week because think of it like this. You have the sugar that you're consuming with the sweets and the treats and all that kind of stuff, and then you have the carbs that are turning into sugar, the potatoes, the rice, the pasta, all that's turning into sugar. So think how much sugar your body is actually trying to process in one 24-hour period, and then you wonder why your belly is big. And it's like, I work out, I don't eat. A lot of people tell me I don't eat a lot. It's not that, but when you do eat, what are you eating? Because I've seen people skinny fat. I've seen skinny fat, and skinny fat is a different look because the person body size might be small, but they have unhealthy looking fat around the midsection. They might not have a big butt or big legs or big breasts or big arms, but they have an extremely big stomach area. And that's because they're feeding the beast. They're feeding the beast, which is the sugar. That is what's blowing them up like that. And of course, carbs are big. I think I need to go back and get sugar on it on Saturday. Yes. Yes,
What
Barbara,
about dry
that's what you need to
fruits?
do. Huh?
What about dried
Now,
fruits?
dry fruit is really high in sugar.
Sugar?
It's really high
Okay.
in sugar. But
Okay.
if it's going to help you with that sugar craving, because
Mhm.
when they dry it out, sometimes they use that method because it's gonna, fruit is already sugar. But then when they
Right.
dry it out, it takes the sugar and it doubles it almost. Have you
Oh, okay.
ever had dry fruit? It is
Hmm.
sweet as heck. It is
Yeah.
very sweet. So it's the method. I mean, because we know fruit is sweet, but it's the method that they're using to dry it out, which makes it super, super sweet. Because what I've tried is mango and
Yeah.
pineapple. Oh my
Yes.
God. It almost like
Yes.
gave me a toothache. I was like, I don't ever want this again. So be very careful with that dried fruit.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
also I heard it has sulfites in it too,
Yeah, because
which
they have to
is
preserve it. Yeah.
yeah,
Because of course,
not good for you. So
yeah, that
yeah,
they
it
have to give
is
it
because
the shelf
their
life.
sugar it's like triple,
Mm-hmm.
you know? It's like, ooh, nah, I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah. So be very careful of that. But maybe that'll be our next challenge that we'll do. That'll be a good one because that one definitely is my weakness too. But I've done good because I guess because I've gorged myself on watermelon that I didn't have a craving for sweets. But maybe we'll do that type of challenge, giving up sugar and how to give up sugar and what we will replace it with, while we're going through withdrawal, because of course we want to go through withdrawal, but we want to do it in a healthy manner. And we don't want to have those withdrawal side effects. It's like giving up Coca-Cola, a lot of people that have given up Cokes, they were going through withdrawals with those headaches.
But
Okay.
basically, I think the sweeter fruits, and I mean, I normally is blueberry,
Mm-hmm.
strawberry person, but I've been adding like a half a cup of grapes,
Mm-hmm.
in place of that, or some frozen pineapples, but
Yes. Mm-hmm.
the kind, already chopped up and stuff. But
Yeah. I get the frozen ones in a bag. I chop up a lot of fresh fruit, but I also use the frozen ones in the bag when I'm short on time, especially for like my smoothies. If I'm going to chop them up already, if I can find them chopped up already, I definitely go for it. But yeah, definitely do that. Do as many fruits as you can. If it's a sweet fruit that you like, go for it. And maybe, like I said, our next challenge will be doing giving up the sugar, but definitely try cutting your water with something like this, or either the watermelon juice is good too. The watermelon juice is good too. If you can cut that water, go ahead on and cut that water. All right. I prefer you to worry about getting your water in, especially in these hot summer days. That's more important than anything else.
And I think you hit the nail on the head for me that some days I could drink the plain water, and other days it's a challenge.
Yes.
I mean, I do it as much as I can, but it's not as plentiful.
Exactly. And then, what I found out too, it's the quality of the water. The more expensive water has a different taste, but
yes,
everybody's not going to buy a $5 bottle of water. So it tastes better, but we gotta have whatever you're working with. You got to go with what you're working with. So if you buy the cases, because I could not find my case of water, Walmart didn't have it forever, and I had to buy some brand I never heard of. I was dying in here. I was like, I went to Walmart like every other day, and they didn't have my water that I drink. I was like, stop, where's my water? And I had to buy something else. I was like, I don't drink this. But I had to drink what I had, but it was killing me. That's why I started doing this. I was like, if I don't put something in this water, I ain't gonna drink nothing. So I know I have been there. All right, let's see. Help me back. I'm about to store no soda, only water, green tea. Yes. Yes, spring water is good. Yeah, somebody said spring water is good if you want to try that. Good. She's noticed the difference in her clothes. That's it. That's what it's all about. Getting that middle. That middle is what's doing us in. That middle is what leads to A1C numbers and all those other chronic health illnesses starts right there in that middle. If we can get that middle down, because remember, you only seeing what's on the outside. Remember, there's still fat surrounding the organs that are inside. So if you have all that on the outside, just think what's going on the inside of your body is what's surrounding your organs. So let's try to get that down as much as possible. So Sunday it ends. I going to send an email with the link for Sunday. If anybody want to come to the celebration Sunday at 5:00, it's only going to be 59 minutes. The first 15 minutes, I'll just go over, the program. Then we'll have, if anybody want to have any statements, you want to have something to say about how the program was for you, how you felt during the program for those days. And then we'll have the chair line dance. If you don't want to do any of it, just come and do the line dance, grab a chair, a seated folding chair. I'm going to send out the email with like 3 recipes for mocktails, something that you can drink that doesn't have any alcohol in it, and have your little drink and learn the line dance. 4 steps. I promise you, only 4 steps. Do something different, And so that's going to be Sunday at 5 o'clock. That's how we'll close it out. And we'll pick up Monday morning with our Fit in 15. But I am definitely going to make a note of our next challenge, probably next month or whatever, will definitely be how to kick that sugar habit. And what are we going to eat in place of it? Because we got to have something sweet while we releasing, while we letting go of sugar, right? Got to have something in place of it. All right, ladies. Well, if nobody else has any other questions, we all good? Let me look, check the chat. All right. All right, going once, going twice,
Okay.
3 times. All righty, ladies. Well,
All right. Have a blessed one.
if y'all come to the thing Sunday, when I send you the link, the email, some of y'all might get it twice because it depends on which email provider you're with, because I'm switching over, so you might get it twice. You have to register for Sunday because that's how I'm getting the information back. All right. Even if you don't come, go ahead on and register, because you might decide to come at the last minute. If you're not doing anything, you might say, oh, I ain't doing nothing sitting down here at 5 o'clock. Let me see what Coach T and them doing so I could laugh at them doing this line dance in the chair.
Okay,
All right.
So that's 5 Central Time, right?
Yes, 5 Central Time. Yep. That's why I'm doing it early, because I know I have my Atlanta and my Florida people are already an hour behind, and I didn't want y'all disturbing the rest of the house at 8 o'clock on a Sunday night.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
All right, ladies. Be well.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Good night.
Good
Bye-bye.
night.